This for the ones that think real. Like we bust off half a. Yeah, I'm sweating, babe. Must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm trying to find you. Say I got sex appeal. I think it's cause I work with that gun. I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none. I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one. See it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on. I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split. We on chat for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split. We on chat for the win. Celebrate the win again.
Get out my way, Lil. Get out my way, Lil. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Come pop it for me, cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way. Where you find me though? Cha-cha matcha with it, rocking black clothes.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Drew Brees and the Philadelphia Eagles versus Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And they had it easy last week. They jumped out to an early lead and then put it on cruise control from there.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Deshaun Jackson on the return.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by the all-time leader in terms of passing yards in NFL history, their 41-year-old quarterback, Drew Brees.
You know what I did in pregame? I made sure I touched him as he went by. I want a little bit of what he's got.
The golden arm from last week.
Oh, how much fun was that to watch that game tape, all right? The number of touchdowns, that was 5 last week,
yeah.
But 0 interceptions. So you think he's due to throw a pick? But I'm betting that he continues the streak in this game.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. Now Breeze on the bootleg.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt.
A 40-yard attempt.
Rosas kick. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
That's the score, Eagles 3.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive. Able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
First and 10.
Now we get a peek at LSU's Joe Burrow, the #1 overall pick in the 2020 draft, of course, as he gets the Bengals ready for their first drive.
And when you talk about the traits that make Joe Burrow successful, you got to start with his head. This guy thinks the game, sees the game, loves the game. Then you go to the arm. He can make every throw. And then within a play, 2nd and 3rd reaction plays that are big ones downfield. That was why he won the Heisman Trophy, and that was why I voted for him, in addition to him winning a national championship.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The numbers for Mixon last week, 18 carries, 105 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the #4 rusher in the league right now, so you... know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space because the defense will key on it.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
On the play. First down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe first down it will. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
At the 29-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Back to Mixon on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19.
It's a gain of 10.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Open man is Ross, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now it's Burrow. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And they'll try the jet sweep here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Burrow. That's complete right around the 8. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Burrow will give way to Randy Bullock for the Bengals field goal. From the right hash, and this one just to chip him. Bullock's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3.
The game at 3-3.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get it. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap coming into... Dropping for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And some space here. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20.
Showtime today, baby.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nick Chubb, 78 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Again, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What
maybe
was that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down now, Bernard. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. Man, those numbers from last week. What do you call a game like that? Monumental? A career game?
Yeah, every one of those adjectives you can pull up. Monumental, mammoth, massive. But you also know that he wants another one just like it in this game. He doesn't plan on slowing down.
Man, if he duplicates that, that would be history. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Breeze now on 1st down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there of 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
A 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Broken tackle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Ball carrier. He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Bernard getting the handoff from Burrow. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6. And it's 3rd down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far. Offensively, or even defensively for that matter, they could use a big-time spark somewhere. But it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And that will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line.
The ball carrier.
A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
That's good.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. Partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They'll run with Cook. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Carlos Dunlap, the one who got in there to make the stop behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They try again with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2.
Cook.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the ball.
And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. Nick Chubb doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Eagles had 6 to the... Rosas on for the extra point. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
At their own 25-yard.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Stephon Gilmore dials the corner blitz and earns the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
23, Bengals 3.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's 1 catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. And this is caught by Jackson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Setting up the screen for Cook. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Is good. Makes the score Eagles 26, Bengals 3.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now it's seemingly automatic.
Isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
Burrow's pass. Complete to
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Eagles.
On 2nd down, Burrow. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
For John Ross.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also...
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro Stephon Gilmore. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Now a dump off here complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Reader brought him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, Cook. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
On play action, it's Breeze. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Drew Brees sacked.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And now comes the field goal unit on. And boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further.
The score, Eagles 29, Bengals 3.
And this stadium is abuzz after that one. Understandably so. I cannot believe he hit that thing. And you can't help but think back to Tom Dempsey. And his record stood for 43 years until Matt Prater broke it. And now here's a new record. And I'm with you. I cannot believe that ball went through the post.
Albrecht Rosas set to kick off.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Cincinnati.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across.
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown, Eagles.
That pick six extending this lead even further. Now, boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he's brought down.
The two-point conversion is successful. That makes the score Eagles.
And they turn the pick six into a pick 8 with that two-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate.
Burrows.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Bengals.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. Shedding the tackle. The 40, the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
Lining up
and with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all of those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Eagles on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. And he connects with Ertz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch for the Eagles' leading receiver from a year ago. It's a first down.
At the 36-yard line.
On first down, Breeze.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
They run. Chubb. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Eagles.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Burrow on play action. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
To C.J. Uzomah.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman. The stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And it's a Cincinnati Bengals touchdown.
On the keeper. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career. But he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
For Cincinnati.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position.
At their own 39-yard line.
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. Yeah, they have had success on the ground, really as a team, doing well carrying the football. So maybe a little less pressure on his shoulders as the quarterback.
Any pressure he's carrying right now, that's self-inflicted, right? He's taking it on. He doesn't need to. Continue to do what you just said. Let everyone else carry the football. That's been effective. Don't have to worry about him throwing the ball in all the situations now. That's got to be a good feeling if he just relaxes and lets it keep coming to him.
Yeah, and relax and enjoy the second quarter lead right now. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
First and 10 at the
Things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
Eagles, first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle. Chubb. And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try, and time has run out on this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. James Washington, a touchdown reception. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Terry McLaurin, a touchdown reception. In our game, it was the right arm of Drew Brees that led the way in the first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. This will make it into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it, and that'll be incomplete.
Burrow's pass.
Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They run again on first down, Chubb. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now Chubb. Room here to run. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nick Chubb, 64 yards. And the Eagles add on. To their lead. Now Breeze will bring his guys to the line to go for 2. From the gun, it's Breeze. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Makes the score Eagles 45.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's because many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
John Ross.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. And it's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Pulled in at the 24. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Receiver, the ball carrier. Carl Lawson on the tackle. Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
Play action. Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And now on is the field goal unit. And, boy, this is speculative at best, crazy at worst.
Long attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
And drives it back down. He's been automatic out there. So that's down a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
After a field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
Drew Sample. A gain of 12. 1st down, Cincinnati.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate, but it'll be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. To the air again, Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
A 5-yard gain.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
58 Mike, 58 Mike. Come on, baby, come on, baby.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Burrow's pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice job there by Tyler Boyd, finishing off the connection on the throw. Over 1,000 yards receiving each of the last 2 seasons, with 90 catches in 2019. Was thought to be a complimentary receiver, but with A.J. Green out much of the time, he became a reliable and consistent target.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Slant pass to Boyd. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Tyler Boyd.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Bobby Wagner.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. And the pressure gets to him again. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He's just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Chubb.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Rosa's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
Bengals 51, Bengals 17.
So yet another field goal to end the drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. This guy is in a zone. Remember, he had a sack hat trick last week. That got him NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Another one right here.
I love how you phrase that, in the zone, because I'm a firm believer that like a running back, like a quarterback, when guys get hot and get locked in, the same thing happens for guys getting sacks. Their moves are working, and they're getting home and putting guys on the ground.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return.
At their own 19-yard line.
Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. He's knocking on that door for a 100-yard gain.
And what receiver doesn't want to be part of the Century Club? Every receiver, when the game starts, wants to have 100 or more yards next to his name. It's a badge of honor, but it also shows that you're helping out your team.
And he has certainly been helping out his team so far. Breeze now on 1st down. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
Second and 10.
Handoff comes to Chubb. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's third and 7.
0-2.
Now Breeze on third down. Going deep for... He's got a man. Complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. They get second and 7 coming up. And quickly they get to the line. They run it again with Chubb. And he's got room. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nick Chubb, 29 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Cincinnati now. Ready to take the field. They've got to dig down. Deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now Burrow loses the football, and the Eagles have recovered.
The pass, a fumble on the play. Recovered.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and 10.
To Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
17.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Well, there it is. After number 5, we were wondering if we would see it, and he has broken the NFL record with his 6th touchdown in this game.
Let's face it, we can go and lose our objectivity here, can't we? And just applaud what we've seen.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. On the return, Phillips. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And all the way down to the 29.
Burrow's pass.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards.
And
so now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. To throw is Cook on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dalvin Cook, his third touchdown now on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for two more.
Eagles 71.
Personally, I'd rather see them kick the extra point there than to go for two, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get two. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 10.
And out now, here come the Bengals. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 23. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the left. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now the second down throw on target. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
Yard gain on the play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Flush to his right. And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, when he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a... and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive court, call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, it's an ideal start as they move season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 40.